have a voice, 90.3 voice of the people of it. My name is Precious. Thank you so much. Thank you so much for joining us on the show. So happy Easter holiday to everyone. I do hope that you're enjoying your Easter holiday. I do hope that you're having fun and restaurants too. Actually very, very plenty with you. We also have Muslim brothers still fasting. We have a Christian, sisters and brothers, especially those from Orthodox, faith of Christianity, officially ending their 40 days fasting yesterday, which of course marked the resurrection of Jesus Christ and the end of the Lenten season. Congratulations to every one of us, and we do pray that we do hope and believe that our prayers have been heard by God, and the prayers of course of our Muslim brothers will also be heard, and our country will be better for it. My name is Precious Inyi once again, and welcome to the Evening Rush. This is where Nigeria's finest conversation takes place. We're here to do justice to get another round of conversation. So here we get to discuss hot topic conversations as they make the round every single day. And of course, I am your talker in the work. Okay, your sister in talkerhood, Precious. Today is Monday. I have Barrister Darlington with me. Barrister Darlington.
How are you?
I'm very well.
I didn't see any Easter thing.
Why? How?
Easter egg. I didn't see.
Egg? You want boiled egg? I go bring. I can't give you now.
Okay, Easter.
That's in Izo festival now. Don't used to do that Easter boiled egg sometimes. Would they chop rice and chicken?
Where is the chicken?
The chicken don't run. Rice. You don't know how much a bag of rice is now, Barrister Darlington. These are not the kind of things that we used to do. The way we used to do it again. No, the weather is not good. Barrister Darlington, how do you find the heat?
In fact,
this heat that is disturbing me, is it disturbing you?
In fact, Precious.
What's going on?
If not for mosquito, I would have been sleeping on my balcony.
Oh my goodness! Honestly speaking, it's not a joke, Barrister Darlington. How can mosquitoes be surviving in this kind of heat? As a matter of fact, the heat should have killed all of them. The heat is too much.
Do you know that at a point, if there is light, you say see, but the fan itself,
it's blowing hot. Huge fan.
The fan was hot.
And then there is no light for you to turn on air condition, just like you said. And then it is never doing us what they're doing to people. Now people have good light because they'll give us light 1 hour, 2 hours, they take it back. Hold on to it for another 6 hours and take it back.
Pressure.
What's the light situation in your part of town?
Very, very bad.
Ew.
Very, very bad. I said bad. I'm telling you, very, very bad. You know, fridge.
Chai.
When the light goes off, it takes time for
it to pick up again. For the compressor to pick up again.
Come back and then before. But on and off. At the point, the fridge stop working.
The fridge just say, why are you confusing me? Why are you confusing me? What's the reason for this confusion? In fact, I'm not doing it again.
I need to call him. Before I called the man, so while the man was on the way, the thing started working. I said, what's all this now?
Chai.
In fact,
so it's a light fluctuation.
It's terrible. It's terrible. And you know that each time, Precious.
Sir?
Seriously, each time I feel this heat in my room, you know where my mind goes.
Where?
And I ask myself, come on, you are the only one in this room.
Okay.
As spacious as this.
Okay.
And you are feeling heat. Imagine those in one room.
Hey!
That is where
those days they used to have mama, papa, children, 5 people in one room.
He said those days. Is it not happening today?
Is it still happening?
Is it even worse now?
There's more awareness now.
I said, which awareness? Where is the money to pay for house? People from Ikoyi are relocating down here. You are telling me.
Are you serious? For real?
Somebody told my gate man, please, anytime there is something here, let me know. No tell Oga. Now they are now hunting for
oh my goodness.
I'm telling you seriously. People are now, it's no longer funny. Serious, it's no longer funny.
They're more or less being realistic now with their expenses.
I'm telling you.
All right. So, Barrister Darlington, let's get straight to the business of the day. On our hot topic this evening, Lagos, let's let you in on the conversations that we have. So, we shall begin today's conversation with letting you know that our president, Tinubu, jets off to Senegal for 5 years inauguration Tuesday, tomorrow. So, he's going for the inauguration of 44-year-old newly elected Senegalese president, just to let you know that. And then we'll move on. Armed men rob travelers, sets a bus on fire in Ogun State. A poor network delayed response in Kaduna Ekiti abductions, Commander. You see that those children they abducted in Kaduna and the children they abducted in Ekiti, there was bad network that made them not to be able to rescue them.
It's true.
Okay,
It's
okay.
true, it's true.
And you suffered the bad network too,
Yeah,
right?
it's true.
How El Rufai lobbied to replace Shehu Sani with Governor Oba Sani in 9th Senate. Suspended woman leader, cries out and explains. Interesting, right? But let's go further to other conversations, okay? So still in the news this evening, all right. Ningi, Northern senators, governors mount pressure. What kind of pressure? Okay, we'll let you in on that, right? So moving forward, conduct local government elections if APC is popular at grassroots. ADC tells Uzadimma, if you sure you say APC they popular, do local government election, make you see whether they go win. If you sure you like that, that's what they're telling him in Imo State. They're telling Barrister Darlington's governor. Okay, so let's move on.
Is
he not your governor?
I'm the only one who's governor.
APC will never know peace with Ganduje as chairman. Party chieftain Nabena said so. Okay, so we'll move on to other conversations. Peter Obi introduced 2 dangerous things into politics. Presidency accuses him. And of course, there's also an accusation that Peter Obi is saying that, you know what, I'm tired of all this trouble. I may not continue in the Labour Party because people cannot come and kill me. Well, we'll let you in on that conversation. We are not targeting only Yahoo boys. EFCC boss vows to go after mega thieves. That those big thieves now, that when they catch them, they not tell them, oh, you bring this amount from the amount you stole. And, and they say they're not targeting only the small boys. All right. Okay. Now, residents loot rice from Kebbi Governor's Palliative Warehouse. Residents loot rice from Kebbi Government's Palliatives Warehouse. That is, they go find out where the warehouse. It looks like there's a warehouse hunting going on now. The hunger is making everyone search. Now, everyone is turning to investigative journalists. Okay. Akpabio tells Nigerians to be self-sacrificing like Jesus. Not gonna try to pay sacrifices. Make sacrifices Jesus they make. People cannot even be Jesus to save their lives. Make sacrifices. All right. Moving forward, Tinubu using corrupt structures to share money, humiliating Nigerians queuing for palliatives. Bishop Kukah. Lagos, these are the hot topics that we have. You know what? As usual, this matter will not go future come without drinking water so that we'll get enough saliva, right? So let's go take a cup of water and come back. We'll begin to dissect the conversation one at a time. This is the Evening Rush, 90.3, Voice of the People FM. We'll be right back.
It's about that time for this conversation.
We want to know what the public has to say.
Your voice.
Fuel subsidies removed.
My voice. Our voices must be heard.
Problem here, as far as I'm concerned, it's not helping the society because
the way things are going now, everything has gone up.
For current news and daily updates, trends and vibes, vital information and more. Tune in daily to the best radio station. VOP, Voice of the People, 90.3 FM, Lagos. Now you have a voice.
Listen to hot critical analysis and top trending topics of the day. Join Precious, Monday to Friday, 7 to 9 p.m. on The Evening Rush.
All right, Lagos, you are welcome back. It is still 90.3 Voice of the People FM, just 3 minutes to 7 p.m. And yes, we're here to do justice, to some conversations that has been in the front burner today. So let's get started very quickly, right? So we'll begin the story. I'll begin today's show. We're letting you know that President Bola Ahmed Tinubu will be departing Abuja on Tuesday, April 2, that is tomorrow, 2024, for Dakar, Senegal, to attend the inauguration of Senegal's president-elect, Bassirou Faye. Now, the presidency disclosed this in a statement by Tinubu's special advisor on media and publicity, Ajurin Gelali, titled President Tinubu to attend the inauguration of Senegal's president-elect, Bassirou Faye. Now, Tinubu, who is the chairman of ECOWAS Authority of Heads of State and Government, is visiting the country for the first time since assuming office at the invitation of the Senegal government. He will join other regional leaders to witness the inauguration of Daimanado Exhibition Center in Tuesday. That's Exhibition Center on Tuesday, tomorrow, as Sungalali said. So the president will be accompanied on the trip by Minister of Foreign Affairs Yusuf Turga and other senior government officials. I don't know the number. Don't ask me how many people are traveling. To be sure that is in line with the number of people he said he would, reduce his traveling trips to, or entourage to. He's expected to return to Nigeria at the end of inauguration. So perhaps Tuesday and Wednesday he should be back. Senegal is the 5th African state president Tinubu will be visiting since assuming office 10 months ago, and his 17th foreign destination. 17th foreign destination. Barrister Darlington. So fair enough. I mean, Senegal is a co-ECOWAS country, so, and the president is heading for that inauguration, where ECOWAS will be having its youngest president sworn in to power. Barrister Darlington.
Yeah. Precious.
Sir?
I have something to say about this Senegal man. And I hope Tinubu will learn some lessons from there. Yes. Because that guy who became their president eventually, he was imprisoned as an opposition guy. Nothing they did not do to him until the people insisted, and there was free and fair election. That is the operating word here. Free and fair election was what threw up that young man. I don't think the way that election was conducted and that man became the president, it can happen in Nigeria. I don't think so. In the first way, they ask you, this small boy, what does he know? Why should he rule? Who is he? But that was the people's choice. It can never happen here. So as it's going there, I hope you learn these lessons. That is the only thing I want to say. Apart from other historical facts behind it, which I don't want to go into now. But we should learn a lesson from what happened in that country. A country that wants to move forward, they start with their election process. Yes, the electoral process is very important. That guy is the people's choice. So far in this country, I can't remember when we had a people's president. It almost happened with Abiola, but you saw how it ended. Up to today, nobody have told us why they annulled June 12th. Up to today, Babangida gave all manner of reasons. And if you check, since Abiola's debacle, Nigeria have never been stable. That tells you what happens when you miss the first step in anything you are doing. It will be very difficult for you to retrace. There are mistakes you don't make in life. Since after June 12th was annulled, Precious, we have never had a stable government, a stable Nigeria. Go back to history. So those people who are truncating our democracy, who are doing all manner of things, they are not just destroying our nation. They are destroying our future. If they don't know, I'm sure Babangida will not be a happy man where he is now, having seen what he caused. Imagine if Abiola had been allowed to finish his term. Maybe by now would have gotten it right. But since after that annulment, Nigeria had never been stable. Never. That is the result of when you have powerful men more than powerful government or institutions. People now become whatever they want to become. They decide who will rule and who will not rule. They take decisions on my behalf without my consent. I thank God for that country. A young man of 44, you will see his performance because the people choose him. And I'm sure he will not disappoint. I'm sure. Because he came from people. He was not selected. He was elected by the people. In Nigeria, is it so? You and I know the answer. I wish him well.
All right. Thank you so much. Okay, so let's move on to other conversations. So still in the news this evening, back here in close to our Lagos state, just at the backyard in Ogun State, we hear that some armed men just on Saturday attacked and looted a luxury bus at Okeado Junction in Ijebu-Mushin along the Ijebu-Ode-Benin Expressway. Now, the passengers were said to be on their way to the southeast for Easter celebrations when the incident happened. The hoodlums, after successfully robbing the passengers, decided to set the bus ablaze. The spokesperson for the Ogun State Police Command, SP Omolola Odutola, confirmed the incident to to newsmen. Odutola said it happened in Okeado Junction in Ijebu-Mushin. A luxury Mercedes-Benz bus was burnt down. The vehicle was coming from Maza before it encountered the hoodlums. No reference to gun was made. So they were just wielding cutlasses. The 59-seater bus was set to be operated by Ifesinachi Transport Limited. They robbed the bus and burnt it. And why burn it? So there were some videos. So in the video uploaded on social media by one Chude Namdi, some other affected passengers narrated how they were accosted by the bandits who stole their belongings and set the bus on fire. One of the passengers said, Ifesinachi Motors, we were traveling in the night to come back to the east for Easter celebration, and criminal attacked us in Ijebu-Ode along Orebini Expressway. They robbed us of everything we had. Some they stripped half naked. They locked us inside the 59-seater luxury bus and set it ablaze. We thank God that we later escaped. Nobody died, but everything we had was collected. We thank God that we didn't lose anyone, but we lost everything we were traveling with, and some sustained injuries. Now, the company that were traveling with their transport on Friday night, and attack happened around 2 a.m. So this was the night bus transportation thingy. They stripped us half naked. You can't even see it. You can't see it. The people in the vehicle are completely stranded. Yes, some people who marched, and some who broke their legs. And they also had children among them. Sad. Barrister Darlington, this again brings to the pointer the level of insecurity in the country. It is not ending. But back in the days, night trips used to be a thing. People used to actually enjoy night travels because it was a bit calmer, where you don't have all those traffic and all that to deal with. But now it looks like, you probably have to do that with your heart in your mouth.
But hold on. Well, for me, night travel should stop for now.
Because of the situation of the country?
Yeah, it's more dangerous at night than in the daytime. Because all manner of nefarious activities happen mostly at night. Mostly. I don't know why they took that risk. What is the hurry all about? I've always said it. Please, our people, slow down on night travels, please. Look at it now. Look at it. Look at it now. Okay, the journey you want to embark on, have you made it? And you have lost things. If it were in the daytime, I'm sure it wouldn't have been like this. It wouldn't. Why cutlass? By the way, did they have an idea of the where the assailant came from? Is it the usual people we know, or another group of people? At least they should be talking now. They say from their heart the mouth to speak it. Were they not talking? They didn't have an idea of which group of people carried out that attack. They should have an idea so that we know where they are coming from. Because this one, they say they carry cutlass. That means they block the road. Yes, now they block the road.
And it's around 2 a.m. That's very late.
They block the road. And when the bus stopped, they now came out from where they were and started wielding cutlass. It's very dangerous, very, very dangerous. All
right, so Barrister Darlington, since speaking about insecurity, you remember the incidents that happened with the Ekiti children's pupils kidnapped and their eventual release, and that of the Kaduna State pupils too, and the eventual release. So the commander of the National State Schools Response Coordination Center, Nigeria Security and Civil Defense Corps, Hamada Aboduni, yesterday Sunday blamed poor network for delayed security response during the Kaduna and Ekiti school children abductions.
Oh, God Almighty.
Aboduni disclosed this to, our newsmen on Sunday. He said the Safe School Response is an initiative of the federal government in response to increasing cases of attacks on schools by bandits. Now, the National Safe Schools Response Coordination Center was established by the federal government on February 23, 2023, and saddled with the responsibility of coordinating safety and security response against violence in schools and host communities. But on January 30, 2024, 6 pupils, 2 teachers and a driver of Apostolic Faith Church Primary and Secondary School in Muri were abducted in Ekporo, Ekiti, while being transported home after school. By the way, the driver eventually lost his life in that incident. On March 6, at least 287 pupils were reportedly kidnapped when terrorists on motorbikes stormed their school at Kuriga in the Chinkun local government area of Kaduna State, whisking them away. And of course, eventually, in an operation that drew condemnation and outrage from the presidency and the global community, including the United Nations Children's Welfare Agency, which is UNICEF. Everyone did condemn that. So on the lessons learned from the recent abductions, Abodari noted that the federal government was working on technologies that would transmit information to the Safe School team, even in the absence of a telecommunication network for quick response. Now, the commander said, for instance, we discovered that information was delayed in Kaduna because there was no network. The same scenario played out in Ekiti. We are working on technology that can transmit information even without networks from service providers. He further stated that staff members from different schools and community members would be trained in managing emergencies. Barrister Darlington.
Please.
I wanted to, there's a lot in my mouth to say about this conversation, but let me just let you, because I have a lot of questions to ask. I wanted to know why we're more reactive than proactive. I want to know why, it looks like we wait for things to happen to teach us a lesson for us to begin to look for ways to help, and then it doesn't also look like we're very fast in looking for those ways to forestall such occurrences. I don't understand, but I'm sorry, let me let you, jump in on that, sir.
Don't go too far,
because it's hurtful that these are the lives of kids we're talking about.
Don't go too far.
And if we have a program, a special security program designed to protect our schools, and we're seeing network, Barrister Darlington, network, and then the network disturbed until they carried them to where they were and allowed them to stay there for that long. Good. And then 287 children now became 137. I'm sorry, but there's quite a lot.
All these ad hoc arrangement, all these fire brigade arrangement tells you that somebody doesn't want this thing to stop. Precious, if the federal government want this thing to stop, will not be discussing this by now. Will not. This excuse they are giving us about network. What did the pandemic tell us the other time? So the people, when they were demanding for ransom, network did not stop them. Oh, Precious, network did not stop these kidnappers and terrorists when they are demanding for ransom. Network did not disturb them when they will now go and give them the ransom. Are you serious? You can imagine. So they think that all of us are fools, Abi. Oh, you don't know where they are up till now. You have okay now that they release the children. Did I hear that they are going to clear them from where they are? You were here when they were brandishing the money they gave them that same day when we finished our program. Is that not true? Pantami and his NIM. What result did we get from it?
That particular money that was brandished, in your words now, can't be linked exactly to the children.
But they are brandishing money. How did they get it?
But Barrister Darlington, you also recall that there is also a conspiracy theory or an allegation or perhaps just a side talk that the release may also have been linked to the 313 suspected Boko Haram suspects that were released. So we really can't tell which is what. And of course, the government has insisted that no ransom was paid.
Precious, whichever way. I said we have been reduced to, we have been reduced to a banana republic.
No, because
that is, hold on, please, hold on. We are talking serious matter here. Precious, mention any country where kidnappers and terrorists dictate to government what they want. Please, can you mention one? Just one. A modern nation, a democratic nation, where kidnap, not one, not one, not each time they will tell you what they want, and you must get it for peace to reign. And we are here talking as if giving excuses. That man will give another excuse next time. Did you remember the Dapchi adoption? Because of terrorism and all that, there was curfew in that vicinity. Even with the curfew, oh my God. Even with the curfew, these guys came with 15 Hilux trucks. And on that particular day, no army, no police, no DSS. They cleared the road.
In a city with curfew.
They cleared the road. It was the Amnesty International that was calling the military. These boys are coming. Look at them with their flag. Nobody answered them until they came easy and went easy. Is that not what happened? Was there any single shot fired during the Dapchi adoption? This other one that happened, was there any? Remember, there was a police post in that school within that vicinity. Remember, they said that place, that police post became invisible on the day these people came. So what excuse is somebody giving us, for God's sake? What excuse? Precious, we have satellites which we mounted in the air that can oversee everything and everybody. True or false? So what do we have a satellite for? If they cannot pinpoint what is going on at every point in time. Please, the man should tell us another thing. You just wait. Tomorrow they will give us another excuse. As long as those kidnappers are there, when they finish the money they collect, they will come for another one. It's as simple as that. And government will give us another excuse. Just wait.
All right. So, Barrister Darlington, I don't know if you're aware about, the little tussle or side talks going on between El Rufai and his successor, the person that took over from him. So there's been quite a couple of side talks about you left me no money, you left me money, and you did not leave me money, and the fact that I cannot pay salaries, and that's why it's because you carried loan. You collect loans, so they chop out the loan finish. You don't leave some for me except to use pay salary. I am busy paying loans now. I cannot pay salary and all that. But there's also a little bit of reveal there as a woman leader of the All Progressives Congress APC, Hajia Mariam Suleiman, has slammed Kaduna State Governor Obasani, accusing him of disloyalty to his predecessor, Malam Nasir El Rufai. So Suleiman, who is popularly called my Rusau, was until her suspension the APC woman leader in Badarawa, Mailali ward. Now, in a video which this viral, Suleiman recalled how El Rufai in 2019 traveled almost 500 times to lobby party chieftains at the APC headquarters in Abuja to ensure that Sani became the representative of Kaduna Central Senatorial District in the 9th National Assembly against Shehu Sani. Now. Because looks like they're from the same senatorial district. Speaking in Hausa, Suleiman said El Rufai fought hard and took risks to remove former Senator Shehu Sani in order to make way for you, Obasani, who was considered loyal at the time. Now, the outburst earned Suleiman a suspension from the party, according to a letter dated 31st March 2024, which was obtained, of course, by newsmen. The letter, signed by the ward chairman, Ali Maishagu, and the secretary, Saka Basuhua, accused Suleiman of gross misconduct for criticizing Governor Obasani. Okay. So part of the letter read, the Badarawa Mali, but bottom line, they have suspended her and said she should go. But it's a very long issue, that. So according to El Rufai, they said El Rufai blocked his return to the Senate because he stopped him from accessing $350 million World Bank loan, which he was chairman when he was chairman of the Senate Committee on Local Government and Foreign Debts. Did you hear? Okay, so let me even go straight to that. So Shehu Sani, who represented Kaduna Central District, recalled how he was blocked by the former governor of Kaduna State, Nasir El Rufai, when he attempted to return to the 9th Assembly. And I said the reason why El Rufai tried to block him from, accessing the going back, is because Shehu Sani blocked him from accessing a $350 million World Bank loan. Because Shehu Sani at that time was chairman of the Senate Committee on Local and Foreign Debts. So Shehu Sani insists that he took the action in the interest of the people of Kaduna State, as the debt hanging on the state was more than revenue accruing at the state at the time. So when the money where you want borrow, they more than the amount where BC would gather. So now it make me stop you from accessing the money. But he said, as Senate Committee Chairman on Local Government and Foreign Debts, Local and Foreign Debts, in the 8th Senate, I did block El Rufai from accessing the sum of $350 million loan, after I have analyzed critically the huge debt that he was hanging on the state at the time. I did that out of genuine interest for the state and not out of malice. But it became an offense El Rufai used against me. Perhaps never forgive him because of that. So, it's how Shehu Sani was sitting on his own jejely, and revelations are being made about how he did not go back to the 9th Senate after he left the 8th Senate. Do you see a Wike Fubara's brouhaha brewing with Sani and El Rufai? Barrister Darlington.
There is a proverb in my place. They said when the stomach becomes troublesome or start rumbling, it will discharge what is inside. Is that not true? So a house divided against itself, can it stand? This is across board though, not just Kaduna. Go and check.
About 19 governors are in this huge debt too.
Good.
My River State is part of them.
Go and check.
Plenty.
Whenever a governor is telling you that this person cannot go, and that person is in the National Assembly, go and check. The one at the National Assembly is not allowing the governor to do whatever he likes with the state funds. That is where it always starts. Because whenever they need funds, those people will approve at the National Assembly. Remember, it must pass through them. So if they are not playing ball, they are going to have issues with the governor. That is why they always select, listen very well, they select people who go to National Assembly for their own selfish interest, nothing else, not for you and I. I've told you here, Nigerian politics is all about selectivity, not election. You saw how Akpabio became the Senate president. You saw it. Even when he doesn't have the required credentials to do that, because in that Senate there should be seniority. Akpabio came from nowhere. They imposed him on the rest of the Senate. That is what happened. So what you are hearing in Kaduna is like a deja vu. We have seen it before. It's normal thing.
So do you see that, repeating that again, considering the governor's accusation on El Rufai recently, the fact that he's taking so much loan and that the state is in so much debt that he cannot pay salaries, do you see some, as I asked earlier, some Wike Fubara war brewing in Kaduna State?
It's very obvious now, because at a point when the man can no longer bear it, he will voice out. What Sani is saying now, okay, he may have enjoyed the relationship with the El Rufai, but look at it now. Is it not pinching him now? Is it not pinching him? And that was what Sani wanted to save them from. They just collect loan. What are you doing with this money? Nothing. The easiest way to steal money in Nigeria is to go to collect foreign loan, because that one you not say that it came from Nigerian treasury. But what do they do with this loan? Precious, nothing. That is the easiest way to steal money. Just bring this foreign loan, go and bank it somewhere or pocket it. And nobody will accuse you of stealing Nigerian money. Where's all of them, very profligate, all of them.
So you think that the governors are actually not doing what they should do with the monies that they borrowed?
If they did, my dear, Nigeria would not be where it is today. I am telling you, it will never.
Okay, so let's see.
There would have been development. You will see it. You will see development with this money. But this money, they are not even in Nigeria in the first place. They are not. Some of them remain where they collected it.
So let's get to the National Assembly now. Since we mentioned National Assembly, it looks like the lingering crisis in the Senate between loyalists of the president of the upper legislative chamber, Godwin Akpabio, and northern lawmakers has shifted to governors and other political leaders from the north, because the crisis which led to the suspension of Senator Abdul Ningi from Bauchi Central Senatorial District started weeks before the emergence of Akpabio as president of 10th National Assembly. That's what sources are saying now, that this Abdul Ningi's accusation and all that, it didn't start now. It started before, Akpabio's election. So they said on March 12, 2024, the Senate led by Akpabio and 3 Southwest senators, namely Okoyemi Bamidele, Adeola Olamilekon, and Jimo Ibrahim from Ondo State, suspended Ningi for accusing the National Assembly of padding the 2024 budget. Now, Ningi, in an interview, of course, we know the story, but Bamidele said, "We must never accept any apology from Senator Ningi. It is ridiculous to do so. He lied deliberately. Mr. Senate President, you're occupying that seat 40 years after a South person occupied it." So it's looking like it's really a tribal thing. But now, the northern governors are also weighing, throwing their weight on Ningi. So it's becoming a South versus North conversation now, because we do hear that Ningi's, northern governors are mounting pressure for his recall. Because it's looking like, okay, what's going on here? Why is our son out for an accusation that he made that you should probably have, looked for a way to investigate it instead of suspending him? Now, almost 3 weeks after that suspension, it's been gathered that ranking senators from the North and some governors have now stepped in to mediate and resolve the lingering crisis in the upper chamber. A senator from the Northwest, who is the key facilitators of the peace move, told newsmen that the issue would have been resolved without suspending Ningi if the 3 lawmakers from the Southwest, Bamidele, Olamilekon, and Ibrahim, had not mounted pressure on Akpabio to act. So it was these southern senators that mounted pressure on Akpabio, and now he's acted, and the northerners are against him. Now, the lawmakers said some governors who were worried about the ethnic dimensions of the crisis reached out to Akpabio to apply caution and recall Ningi. But they said, who they said has the backing of leading politicians from the North. So, looks like Akpabio is going to touch the lion still. So it may be a problem. This is according to this review, by the way. You can read this up from the Daily Sun, and it's also reflected in other newspapers, so you can go read it up. So,
but let me ask you.
Yes, sir.
All this brouhaha, how does it help Nigeria and our democracy?
Okay.
How? So our politics is all about North-South.
Absolutely. That's what this whole fight is looking like.
Not about Nigeria.
Not even about good leadership.
You can
Not
imagine.
about good leadership.
You can
because
imagine.
you accuse someone of now I'm trying to create to remind Nigerians of the scenario, because the picture is this way. Senator Ningi accuses Senate President Akpabio of padding the budget, and the budget that was passed and is being operated by southern presidents, by the way. But the southern president, like Bamidele, senators like Bamidele, insist that it is a conspiracy. It's not like Akpabio did anything wrong. It's a conspiracy to ensure that they remove a southern, Senate president. He now recalled the times, different times, that a southern senator had been a Senate president, that it was the same propaganda that was used to remove them. That how come when it was time for Nnamani, there was a problem. Anyim Pius, brother, right? There was a problem. When it was time for Adolfo Swabara, there was a problem. Why do we always have those issues when it's time for the Southerners to be Senate president? But all the times we had Northern Senate presidents, from the Saraki to the Lawals, there was no problem. Everything moved forward. They all did their 4 8-year terms in peace, and nobody disturbed them. So why is it now that there'll be a problem? So it's looking like, oh, really, there's a conspiracy from one section of the country to undo the other section of the country. And the other section is saying that, no, there's no corruption that we're going through. It's actually that, the conspiracy from the North. Meanwhile, Northerners are saying that, no, there's no conspiracy. We're seeing corruption. We're talking about it. But people are telling the Northerners, are you saying that at the times when your brothers were Senate presidents, there was no corruption? Are you saying at the times when Lawal was Senate president, even Saraki that you guys did not like, even the way, that it happened that the then president, he was a loggerheads with the then president, Muhammadu Buhari, but you guys still did not move for his impeachment? Is it because he comes from the northern extraction? So you guys allowed him. So that's what this conversation is all about. But should we continue, Mr. Barrister Darlington, to toe this tribal and ethnic lines in our politics?
My dear,
is that a way forward for a country?
Whether you like it or not, that is the way they know to play their politics. Don't deceive yourself. But they will be the one to shout, one Nigeria, one Nigeria. But when it comes to action, it becomes one north, one north. That is
because even Saraki was not central, so it's not like it's a core northerner.
That is what they have been using to blackmail the rest of us. When it comes to power, they not will unite among themselves.
So you think that there's really a conspiracy? Is that what you're thinking?
It has been there since independence. Go and check. You saw, in fact, it was Buhari that made it very open. It became a state policy under Buhari. He made it a state policy. Nepotism, tribalism, ethnicity. Under Buhari, it became very obvious. He's the one that divided Nigeria into all these ethnic cleavages. It's Buhari.
How did he do that?
He played it openly. Look at his government now. If you are not from his talk,
representing your life on radio.
Hold on. Throughout his regime, is it Father Kukah said it in one of his speeches now?
He said it several times.
He said, so what are you not saying? Did the Buhari oppose it? Have you ever come to deny it? You cannot deny because the facts are there. The facts are speaking for itself. He's the one that made it very, very obvious to everybody. So is that a leader? But when somebody cough here, why are you talking? You want to divide Nigeria? Meanwhile, they're the one dividing Nigeria, even by their actions. By everything they have done so far, it's all about self, not about Nigeria. Because I've not seen anything they have done to say that yes, they want this country to be one. When Tinubu wanted to remove that man at Niger, it wasn't not the North that came together. No, they are our cousins, they are our brothers. You should not go there, you should not touch him. Very forcefully, they came out as if Niger is part of Nigeria. Did you not see it? So what is anybody saying? It is because you and I, we have sold our rights. So what else? Yes, now, if we to have said, no, we don't, this is the far we can go, this thing will not be going on. But because we have sold our rights, that's why they now decide what will happen. They tell you they have the number. Meanwhile, nobody have interrogated this number they have. Nobody. Every time they blackmail us, they have the number. They have the this. That is why you have one region having 7 states. One region. What are they bringing from that region that have 7 states? Meanwhile, an entire Southeast have 5 states. Look at that. If you want equity and justice, should it be so? Please, should it be so? That is my question. So, they have never deceived themselves on what they want to. It is all about themselves. Anything that has to do with power and politics, the North will always tell you that this is what they want. And they are not ashamed of it. But say the same thing down here. Why are you talking like that? Do you want to divide Nigeria? You are causing problem in Nigeria. This and that. The same Satan now, your Lagos Ibadan place, they will be the one to come after you. We saw what they did to Jonathan. But under Buhari, with all Buhari did, I didn't hear any Lagos Ibadan place attacking him. My dear, we have a long way to go. I have told you, we have a long way to go. The people that brought us together, I will blame them because they never thought of our progress. If they want our progress, they wouldn't have done what they did. Look at it. Since that time now, have we not been moving 1 step forward, 10 steps backwards? Is that not what has been? Abiola said, was it not because it's from the south here? Is that not what happened? Hold on. Was that not what happened? Was it not because Abiola was from the south here? Is that not why it was annoyed? And since that time, look at where we are. So let nobody be deceived. The day a madman will realize that he's not wearing clothes, that day his madness will stop. I'm telling you. You see this thing that we are doing here, thinking that we have sense. My dear, one day maybe our children, they will be the one to finish what we started.
All right, Barrister Darlington, that's totally your opinion. I do respect that. But let's move to your state, Imo State, where the African Democratic Congress, ADC, has challenged the governor or your governor, Hope Uzodinma of Imo State, to conduct local government elections if he means well for youths. And if he also thinks that the All Progressives Congress, APC, is popular at the grassroots. The ADC said that this in a statement made available to newsmen by its vice chairman, Southeast Chilos Godsend. They say if you shop for your governor, say APC, they popular. If you feel saying win election, true, free and fair, or you're making whole local government election, make us see whether they go win. Does that hold water in any way, Barrister Darlington?
Which of the governor is free from this accusation? Which of them? Because all of them. Lagos State Inco. Lagos State Inco is about selection. No, even if they conduct the election, it's just a share. I'm telling you, all of them are guilty of it. All of them.
So are you saying that there's actually no true independency of the local government?
Look. Buhari signed the executive order 10 to give the local government autonomy. Yes. What happened? Your own Lagos State here was among the states that kicked against it, that no, they cannot have autonomy. Can you imagine? So, our politics, our democracy, I can't even state where we are now. Serious, I can't state it where we are. The same leaders who are supposed to deepen our democracy, they are the ones truncating it. What is wrong? Since local government is recognized in our constitution, 772 of them, why can't they have autonomy? Why? What is wrong there? But the governor, the state said no, they cannot, so that they can be collecting their revenue and then giving them what they. Why do you think nothing is going on at the local government? Every time you see the Nigerian citizens, the Nigerian public, the governors used to brainwash them. This place is for federal government too. This road belongs to federal government too. The one that belongs to you, you not see anything there. Then the local government chairman cannot even utter a word. Meanwhile, what we'll be asking him, why is the local government, why this road, why is it like this? Nobody will realize that they were not given any money to do anything. It's just their salary that they give them to pay some local government staff, and they keep them there. They come to office, do nothing, and be harassing market women, traders, to go and give them money.
Okay, so Barrister Darlington, it looks like this problem. This. I don't want to say this issue bedeviling political parties is perhaps going round, because a former deputy national secretary of the All Progressives Congress, APC, Yekini Nabena, has warned that the party will never know peace until it explodes. God forbid. Nabena said APC's national chairman Abdullahi Ganduje's style of leadership will lead to the party's exploding. In a statement he signed, he said Ganduje sees his position as a compensation for not being Nigeria's vice president. So because of that, he did do anything where he wants. In fact, he said a lot, but let me just pause it here, Barrister Darlington. There's no time to shalaye too much.
Please,
in this matter.
can you give what you don't have? Is it possible? What pedigree does Ganduje have to lead a political party?
What pedigree does he not have?
What pedigree?
What pedigree does he have?
We saw when his name changed to Gandola, and nobody have interrogated it. We saw when he changed to Gandola, and this is a man that is leading a political party. What do you expect? Please answer me. Can a snake become short all of a sudden? Can a leopard change his spots? So what is surprising there? I have told you, in our politics, we don't even want any decent person there. If you're a decent person, you are not wanted. Forget it. That is just the truth. Precious, if you're a decent and diligent human being, stay away from Nigerian politics. They don't want you. But the crooked you are, the fraudulent you are, the better.
All right.
So that you can waggle your way in. So,
whilst internal parties are, while Labour Party is also having its own issues internally, and there is a rumor that Peter Obi may be is threatening to leave the party if its internal issue continues. The presidency has now accused Peter Obi, that he introduced two dangerous things into Nigerian politics in the last elections. In fact, President Bola Tinubu's special advisor on information and strategy, Bayo Onanuga, accused Obi of flaming religion and ethnicity during the last elections in Nigeria. Wow, he did. That it was Peter Obi that started flaming religion and ethnicity. Peter Obi did. Onanuga declared that Tinubu's administration is not focused or concerned with Obi and his followers, the obedience. So he said a lot. Okay,
Precious.
So let me just leave it there.
Precious.
Sir, that is Peter Obi that introduced ethnicity and
don't go
tribalism.
far. I like it when they raise issues like this
And religion.
It bring out the history in me. Throughout the campaign, Precious, did you see anybody being harassed in the southeast, either for religious or ethnic group? That is any other tribe or ethnic group that came to campaign in the southeast. Did you see where the easterners harassed them? Please, somebody should mention it or show all the pictures for one day. But you saw what happened to Obi when he came here to campaign on several occasions. Their own son, Rose Vival, who wanted to contest, why did they shun him out? They even started calling him all manner of names. No, you mean Bayo Onanuga was not aware when this was going on? Let him tell us how Obi played the religious and ethnic card.
They said he had a phone conversation with.
Are you serious? With can you imagine?
Yes.
Can you imagine? So he was the only one that did that, Abi. So how did that affect the election to the extent of making it a religious issue? That somebody called a pastor for exchange of views and greeting. Is that I don't understand. Oh, the one they call that Lagos Ibadan Express Road redeemed people, unko. Didn't Tinubu's wife go to Adeboye for blessing? Hold on. Didn't Tinubu's wife, who is a pastor in that church, didn't she go there for blessing? Somebody should answer me.
I mean, just today, the first lady also did say today that God is answering Nigerians' prayers that they've been praying during the Ramadan period.
Look, Bayo Onanuga, I don't know. This time he like to play this ethnic card. Meanwhile, he is the real author of ethnic politics.
Okay.
You saw what he told the Igbos here during the election. You saw it. You heard what he told Obi. Meanwhile, nobody in the southeast replied them or said anything. No. You saw when they said that if people did not vote their way, they would jump inside the lagoon. Did anybody reply them from the southeast? You can imagine what they are guilty of. They want to accuse you of it. Just to gaslight you.
All right, so let's go back to Bishop Kukah's issue, as Bishop Hassan Kukah of the Catholic Diocese of Sokoto has called on President Bola Tinubu to focus on developing a comprehensive agricultural plan rather than distributing palliatives through a corrupt, riddled structure. In his Easter homily yesterday, Sunday, Mr. Kukah said palliative distribution when the country is not at war diminishes the dignity of Nigerians. Make a break and down, Barrister Darlington. They say to share food stuff, whether cooked or raw, to Nigerians when it be say we know they war, say it they reduce on they make una look like say una no be anything.
We are destitute.
They like say una be orphans when they go just they carry food they feed. That's what Father Kukah said in that message.
I will not
now,
say it here.
Quoting him now, he says merely distributing money through already merely distributing money through already corruption-riddled structures is not enough and diminishes the dignity of our citizens. No one needs to line up to receive aid when we are not in a war. When we know they for war, nobody's supposed to line up to receive help. You know they good. So the Catholic cleric said, give our people back their farms and develop a comprehensive agricultural plan to put our country back on the path of honor and human dignity. Say make sure say people go back to their farms. More like ensure that there is safety enough for people to go back to their farms so that they will have their dignity. Let them work for their food in a safe environment and make their food and make their money. And that will bring back their dignity. Reverend Father Kukah also urged Tinubu to continue on the path of probity and take further steps to cut down the overbearing cost of governance and to put in place more comprehensive plans towards achieving both food and physical security across the nation. Now, the embattled and suspended humanitarian minister, of course, we know what Better Do is going through, and we know what's happening. Father Kukah's message is overloaded, but let me just take a break here. Barrister Darlington.
What he said, yes, I think he took inventory of what has been going on. When this palliative came, Precious, you remember my view.
Including birthday rice and moi.
Good. You remember my view about it. Exactly what I said. I said it is wrong. I said it. But some people who claim they know better, if they're caught here now, is there anything government do? It does. He will not like it. Is it not good to give us a... They don't even know the meaning and the implication that you are giving handout in this age and time when you are not at war. When there is no serious epidemic like COVID-19, which ended about 4 years ago. So you can imagine. But some people, because they are used to, you know, when poverty has dealt with a man, to the extent that he does not even know his dignity again, he can fall for anything. That is why people still go for this type of, Thank God for my people. They were asking why the Igbos not protesting. There are certain things that we are not used to. And I said it here that no matter how scarce games are in the forest or in the bush, a lion will never eat grass.
So you do agree with Reverend Father Kukah's message?
100%. Any reasonable person should agree with it, because it is wrong.
So let's go straight to the Senate President's, message to Nigerians, as he has asked Nigerians to make sacrifices like Jesus Christ. Jesus, the biblical Messiah of the world, was long-suffering and selfless. He endured ridicule and an eventual brutal death in the hands of his countrymen. Just as Jesus Christ in his humility and love offered himself for the redemption of mankind, I admonish us all to emulate him and make sacrifices for one another, Mr. Kwabio said, on Sunday in an Easter message. He added, let us therefore show love to one another, our neighbors, our leaders, and our dear country. If we do not show love to our leaders and our country, no one will do that for us. So make we love our leaders so that other countries go love our leaders. So make we respect our leaders so that other countries go respect our leaders. Quoting him further, he says, as we celebrate, let us not forget to pray too. Let's continue praying for the betterment of our nation and our leaders. And God listening to us, Nigeria will be great again. So like Jesus Christ, everyone should be long-suffering, endure, take all the pains you have to take, endure all the things you have to endure for the betterment of your country. Yes, sir.
Who is speaking?
Senate President Godswill Akpabio, sir.
Okay. Is this the right person to deliver such a message?
Everybody, he's a third citizen of the country now. He has to wish Nigerians well as they're celebrating.
My dear,
sir,
he's just speaking to himself. He knows. This thing he says, has he made any?
Has he not?
Has he made any from when he was Akwa Ibom governor to when he was NDDC minister? Did he make any progress? At least Joyce Nune told us a lot concerning him. All this off your mic, did he not start with his speech at the National Assembly? And this is the man who is speaking morality to us. Unfortunately, God said, whatever you sow, you reap. Those who murder Jesus Christ, do you know, have you been to Israel before? There is a section of that country where those people are kept, where they live. I'm not joking, no, this is a reality.
The people who murdered Christ.
Yes, because even Jesus Christ said that it will be better for some people to put a stone on their neck and thrown into the sea. And all their generation, remember, when they brought him before Pontius Pilate, the man was telling them, say, let his blood be upon our head, upon our children. And the heavens said, amen. So those generations, there's a particular part of Israel where nobody rises to become anything there. Immediately they come up in life, something violent will happen to them. It has been consistent up to tomorrow. That is what happened when you have done evil against an innocent man. And you now place a curse on yourself. Nobody becomes anything in that part of Israel. Nobody. They are paying for their sins up to tomorrow because that is what their forefathers said.
All right, Barrister Darlington, so let's quickly move, now that we're talking about Christmas and hunger and holiday and looting, and perhaps giveaways. We hear that residents of Kebbi State, somewhere in northern Nigeria, took matters into their own hands. This happened during the weekend on Saturday night as they stormed the government warehouse in Benin Kebbi, the state capital, and looted food items, including rice. Incidents which occurred in the Bayankara area saw looters overpowering security forces and breaking into private facilities to steal essential food items. That is, they don't send the security, they overpower the security people. Hey, what happens when you're in numbers? The incident in Kebbi State follows similar occurrences in Abuja, Suleja, Niger State. The looting has been linked to challenging economic conditions resulting from the removal of petrol subsidy and, of course, the floating of the naira. There's a lot of complaint. Barrister Darlington.
Precious, how many times have they looted warehouses in the north and even in the southwest? How many times? Can you count how many times? But how many times have such a thing happened in the southeast? Meanwhile, they will tell you that the Igbo people are violent.
Barrister Darlington, this is not a tribal issue.
It's not a... Hold on. It's not... hold on. Leave all this thing you are saying. All this thing that they are doing all over the place, is it not a problem to the government? Why are they not tackling it? I said, let something like that happen in the southeast now, you see. They want to sabotage government. They want to cause war. They want to... Is that not how they will put it? No, answer me now. Is that not how they put it? Now it's looting, it is hungry people. Let it happen in the southeast, and you see how it will turn out. They will leave it. They want to take over government. I have told you we are the most peaceful ethnic group in Nigeria, and I prove it. The facts are there.
So Barrister Darlington, please let's not try to make this very ethnic.
That's what you tell me. The one that are doing it in the National Assembly, you didn't talk.
Okay, so let's get to EFCC now, where Chairman of the Economic and Financial Crimes Commission, EFCC, Ola Olukoyede, has dismissed insinuations that the agency is only going after internet fraudsters, popularly known as AKA Yahoo Boys, right? Olukoyede said that he will lead a broad-based and holistic anti-graft war that would not spare anyone linked with any form of economic and financial crime. So bottom line is saying that we're not going after Yahoo Boys or petty thieves alone. We're going for even those big ones that you think that we are avoiding. We're going for all of them and we'll get all of them.
Let him arrest Agbabu.
How?
Does he not have a case with EFCC?
He's the Senate president.
Let him arrest Agbabu. Let them probe Hope Uzodinma. He has a case.
But he has immunity.
Yes, that's what I'm saying. Now, there are even the ones that have left government, the governors that have left office. Let them run them in. Even a wicked or don't have immunity, let them run him in. He's not talking. I can give him list. So if you have forgotten the list of people that have cases with EFCC, I can give him list. If you have forgotten, past governors, so even past presidents, I can give him list. But the law says that you must probe them, you must interrogate, you must investigate them. Even the sitting one, investigate all of them. That is when I will know that you are making sense to me. You're not talking and talking and talking. All the past EFCC chairmen, which of them left with honors? Mention any of them that left with honors. He has started talking now. I do the work now. I have given him a template. Let him go and work on it now. And come out. Let me see what you come out with. You don't need to tell us. If you are really working, we will see it now. Some people would have been in jail by now. If you are really working. Some governors that left office last year, we ran them in. All of them are corrupt. All of them. None of them. You know, just when you select a few people, those you claim that they are political orphans, they don't have any strong leg, you go and arrest them and use them as a scapegoat. Why you leave the real culprits? Even the one that left office yesterday, what have you done about them? What have you done? Do you know how much 30 trillion is? Somebody told you he took it and you are there asking questions. Please.
Okay. All right. Barrister Darlington, Lagos phone lines are open. Let's begin to take your thoughts and reactions on the conversation. 0700 903 903 903. That's the number to call if you want to join this conversation live. It is 0700 903 903 903. The WhatsApp line is 0700 903. Oh no. 0817-175-6338. Don't worry, we're going to straight fix that other WhatsApp line so that I don't keep talking about it, right? So the WhatsApp number is 0817-175-6338. 0817-175-6338. That's a WhatsApp line. But the direct line to call is 0700-903-903-903. Hello, good evening.
Good evening.
Good evening. Happy Easter holiday.
Same to you, ma.
Okay.
Thank you, Brother Darlington, for your analysis.
Thank you, my brother.
We are tired of this Nigerian issue.
Sorry.
Because these Nigerian problems, every time problem is too much. Darlington, you mentioned about Israel. Please, can you tell us that city? The name of that city.
Exactly, my brother. Don't worry, I remember. So that, yes, exactly.
That problem up to today.
Well, yes, they kept the just like you have outcasts in Ebola. Yes, there is like a city of
like Yosu, like Yosu
a
area.
City of outcasts, yes. Because as long as the word was issued, it must come to pass. Jesus Christ said it, and the people place a curse on them. I can even mention leaders that came from there that died violently. I can mention their names. Don't worry, I'll get the history. Don't worry.
My brother, God bless you.
Thank you.
You are doing well for us.
All right, thank you. Thank you so much. I appreciate
Thank you,
it.
sir.
Thank you.
Thank
All right,
you, my
hello, good
brother.
evening to you.
Good evening, Precious.
Sir,
How are you? Happy Easter.
happy Easter to you, sir. I'm inside the house, sir.
She's doing Easter here.
Okay.
She's doing Easter here.
I'm inside it.
We are doing Easter here. Yeah, we are doing Easter here.
Okay. Okay. My darling barista.
Hey,
My darling Darlington.
my own Ola of Olas. You are the only Ola that I
Gami.
know.
God bless you, sir.
Who will be calling out from
God bless you.
from Chicago?
Yes, sir. I'm just calling you and Precious to greet you for Easter.
Oh, thanks a lot.
Thank you, sir. We
Thanks
greet
a
you
lot.
too, sir.
Thanks a lot.
And I like your dress, honestly speaking.
Are you
We
serious?
like you too.
Nice.
I was in
Yes, I like it.
one Pressure came to drag me out of that place. Oh. She came.
Oh.
Mr. Ola, do you believe
wow.
that?
She came to drag me.
Don't worry.
Do you believe that I have the muscle?
This-
See me, I don't have
she
power.
don't have
See,
respect.
there's no single power, no muscle in my hand like
I
this.
have
to
told
lift
her
him.
I am going back immediately. We finish
Sir,
here.
sir,
Precious.
sir.
You are a powerful lady. Don't
Away.
say you don't have power. You are
Away.
a powerful lady.
I thought you were on my side.
Honestly
though.
speaking.
Hey,
Honestly,
A
you are a
whole
powerful lady.
APC woman leader. Is it
Vice
easy?
President, without portfolio, without office.
Precious.
Sir,
Your dress of last Friday. Now, wow. Honestly, I give you top up.
oh wow, thank you, sir.
I want to take the picture and send it to you, but I say no, I don't want to do that.
Don't worry, it's still on YouTube. You can go back and take it. Thank you so much,
Okay,
sir.
I will do that.
Thank you.
Let me say something about the Nigeria thing.
Go ahead, sir.
When I sit down, I just view everything. It's like we are doing movie. It's like movie. I'm not sure it's true. I don't know. But I always pray for my darling team. May God give you the strength to continue speaking for us.
Amen.
God bless you.
Thank you.
And God bless Precious. Honestly speaking, when I'm listening to you, oh, you are a great lady. I don't know if you are a PC woman or PC lady. I don't know.
I am not. Oh, I'm not.
bless you.
Oh, I'm not
Okay.
anywhere.
I know.
I am like Buhari.
No,
I'm for everybody and for nobody.
I got you.
Thank you, sir.
Thank you, man.
Thank you so much. I
sir.
appreciate
Thank
you,
you,
sir.
God
Ella.
bless you.
Thank you,
Thank
sir.
you.
Well done,
All right.
sir. All right.
Yeah,
All right. Thank
bye-bye.
you.
Yeah.
Udabo, sir. Thank you, sir. All right. Lagos phone lines are still open 0700 903 903 903. Hello. Good evening.
Yeah, good evening, Madam Precious.
Good evening, sir. Welcome, sir.
You see your voice today. Your voice sounds like
Thank you.
my duty to Ogagada, let you know.
Well
My duty
done,
to Ogagada, let you know.
well done, my brother.
Never cut the call, please.
You're welcome. Go ahead.
Nemeka from Ejibabi.
Ah,
Yes,
Mr.
sir,
Darlington.
yes, sir.
You don't cram everybody.
I know them, they are my people.
My dear, I have something to talk about. This man called Ababio. He tell us to do sacrifice like Jesus Christ, isn't it? We will accept that we will do the sacrifice. So then which kind of sacrifice can this do for us? Jesus Christ own or Satan own, which one are they doing? It will give us the answer. All this manner of leaving the work, coming to be talking to us anyhow, cannot solve the problem. They're already in charge. They're already in charge. They're supposed to do the work as the people there that is in charge. They're trying to take care of their people they are in charge of. He has sharing palliative. Very share palliative and he's failed. And you people come in and you are start sharing palliative again. I said it before. They started like this and they will end up like this. That is all I have for them. God bless you people.
Thank you. God bless you too. Thank you. Hello, good evening. Hello.
Oh, my precious.
Hi,
precious.
Remy Lagos, Remy London, Remy Canada, Remy the world. How are you?
Yes. Good evening, sir.
How are you?
Kedu?
I did.
Fantastic.
Do you know that's my daughter's son? Are you aware it's Precious?
Remy is.
Yes.
Remy, you guys did not tell me when you. And me,
I
I was the one that put myself up for abduction. No, I put myself up for abductions. Nobody adopted me. And Remy that did not request adoption, now they're adopting him.
He said so.
You should even congratulate me first.
Oh yeah, congratulations. Well done.
Going together first.
Well done. Congrats.
Father. Okay. You see, thanks for what you do, and happy start to everybody out there.
Thank you.
Thanks a lot.
You see, Precious. What grieved my mind is that many of your colleagues in the industry are clueless. If some of these people talk to journalists, they usually turn to lazy journalists who cannot reason. You see, Bayo Ononuga telling us that Obi, the accusation he leveled against Obi. Do you remember that El-Rufai came out and said the agenda was specifically to advance Islamization? He said, okay, now, why was that not considered religious influence?
I wonder.
It was just pushed religion agenda. So it's interesting. I mean, that guy is not even worthy of my response. Secondly, Reverend Father Kukah, God bless that man, keep speaking. And I want to urge other pastors, please speak out.
Exactly.
Christianity is revolutionary.
Exactly.
It's not about hanging out. Exactly. Many of your church members are in government. Many of them are in different places of authority. Tell them to speak out and stand for justice. Look, these pastors should teach their members.
Oh dear, we lost you. We lost you. Apologies, Remy. Thank you so much, sir.
Do you know the impact it will have if all these Pentecostal churches with large members should come out? Their pastors should call them out. They go on a protest just one day, and the government see the crowd. As I talk to you now, Precious, it is the U.S. Congress that are fighting the battle for Christians in Nigeria. Are you aware that they want to criminalize Nigerian government as not being fair to Christian faith?
Yes, that there is persecution of Christians.
Yes. Meanwhile, we have pastors here who cannot talk. The people who are even doing it, they are even accusing you again. They are accusing you that they are tormenting. They are accusing you again of playing a religious card, and you kept quiet. In fact, I don't know what is going on. Seriously, I don't. Look at what Christians have suffered. You saw when they made our bishop, they made a caricature of our bishop during the inauguration of their vice president. You saw what happened. Try that with any imam in the Muslim faith. Try it and see what will happen. All the things we have suffered here, we endured it, we kept quiet. Our own daughter, Leah Sharibu, is in their den now because of her faith. Mention any Muslim girl that is suffering the same thing now. The Muslim will not talk about it, but another will not talk about it. But we are kept quiet, as if that girl does not matter. They should not annoy us. I've been saying it, they should not annoy us. At least respect us. I told you that the peace of this country, we are the one holding it. They can't tolerate what we are tolerated. They cannot. Let us say a fact. They cannot. So instead of them to be sorry for what they have done, they are still trying to make you look like a fool.
All right. Barrister Darlington now. Phone lines are open. Hello, good evening to you.
Hello, Precious.
Good evening. Good evening. Are you there?
Oh.
Yeah. Are you there? Hello. Hello.
Network.
Okay. Apologies. Hello. Are you there? All right. Please do well to call us back if you can. Hello. Good evening to you. Hello. Oh dear. All right. Hello. Good evening.
Good evening, Madam Precious.
Good evening and welcome. Thank you for joining us.
Barrister Darlington, good evening, sir.
Good evening, my brother.
My name is Robert. I'm calling you from Apapa here in Lagos State.
Okay.
I want to talk about this kidnapping that is going on, particularly in the north. To me, it's like these people, it's an RNG something, the way I'm looking at it. Because the last one that occurred and these children were released, no, there was no struggle between those who kidnapped them, or were they just kept somewhere and after some time they just brought them, they saw uniform for them and presented them. Nobody was arrested. I don't understand. It's like these people, they will just any government that is from this our part of this world, the south, they must have a way of planning against such person and just
so I think it's really unfair for us to be making this conversation tribal.
No, it's what I reason. If you look at it very well, honestly.
Yeah, but it happened. It happened under Buhari now.
Is this kidnapping really true? You just come from nowhere, just carry such amount of people, no stupid, nothing.
So when it was happening under Buhari, what was it about? Well, I appreciate you. Thank you so much. Thank you.
Okay.
Thank you so much. I appreciate you. Hello, good evening to you.
Precious, good evening.
Sir, good evening. Welcome, sir.
Sir Darlington, I greet you.
Well done, my brother.
I really thank you for all you are doing, all your contribution to see that things is moving. In fact, you are trying. Thank God for you.
Thank God.
That is what my father told me in those days. He said there's no value of promise given to an enemy. When somebody hates you, the person hates you.
Abi?
There is no how in Nigeria they can do it that will have equal right. As long as that civil war Nigeria fought is still concerned, they still have it in mind. Because I cannot see the reason why they pamper Northerners, but here in Southeast, they don't care for us. I am telling you, I have been calculating since morning. Now, president, we don't see. The speaker, the House of Senate, the Speaker of the Senate, we don't see. Vice President, we don't see. The last time we met, we have something like Senate President was during the time of Ivan, very long time ago. So right away
that's
now,
not true.
In fact, I don't understand Nigeria.
It's not the time of events and when.
But I see it that we have played the first game, they defeated us, maybe as they can think, but we can still we can still play the second leg against them. Right. The way I'm seeing things.
I appreciate you. Thank you so much. Barrister Darlington, it's fine. It will be fair for us to put people through so that people don't, rewrite history because they're trying to please. Evans and Warren time was way back before the current democracy that we have right now. Now, not this current democracy that we have. We've had, I think about 3 different Senate presidents from the South.
Under Jonathan, I think we had Pius Anim, I think, or is it Obasanjo?
Yes, that was Obasanjo.
Pius Anim was.
We had Adolfo Swabara. We had quite a couple of them. Please, apologies, but please let's get history right and not rewrite history. We understand what happened, which is exactly what Senator Bamidele is trying to say. We understand what happened, but that's not to say that the last time we had the Senate president was Evans Enwere. No, that's not true.
If we are talking of inclusivity, can we start doing this in according to your contribution to national?
All right, Barrister Darlington, let's
do it that way.
Hello, good evening.
Let's do it that way.
Good evening.
Hi, Precious.
Yes, please.
Hello.
Good evening.
Hello.
Yes, good evening.
Yes. Hello, distinguished Senator Darlington. Good day.
How are you?
This is John calling from the.
Hi, John. Apologies. I don't know. I think there's a bad network issue. Hello.
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 Good evening, Madam Precious. I'm Mr. Darlington.
Welcome.
I'm coming from Arimosho.
I hear welcome.
Okay, I want to talk about you that are asking us to sacrifice like Jesus Christ. Jesus Christ is a leader. He sacrificed for his followers. Fabio is a leader. He's supposed to sacrifice for us, not we sacrificing for him. What do you want us to sacrifice? Our own life. We sacrifice our own votes, even though they not even will not sacrifice. He has us to sacrifice. He wants us to sacrifice our own blood. Right. Jesus Christ is a leader, not followers. So him is supposed to sacrifice for us.
Thank you.
For issue of kidnapping in the north, that thing is just like children that are learning to go camp. You know, when children are going camp from Lagos, they will go camp. When they come back, they give them good uniform. That thing is not kidnapping. It's camp. They are going in north. So they will collect money for kidnapping and bring them back from camp.
No, please don't say that when the lives of children are involved. I appreciate you, please. They're very sensitive issues, please.
But the Precious, did you see the parents of these children?
I haven't seen them yet. Have you seen them?
Please, what happened that not even when they united with their parents, nobody, no picture, nothing.
The cameraman did not get to that place.
Hey, God Almighty.
All right, so let me take some WhatsApp messages because we have quite a number of them. Hugh from Okota says, in a secular state like Nigeria, a Muslim presidential candidate Tinubu picked a fellow Muslim as a running mate in a country where we are made to believe in one Nigeria. Yet Tinubu went to Abeokuta and declared a Miloko, meaning it's my turn, and that's of Yoruba tribe. What can be more religious and ethnic bigotry than that? Somebody should tell Bayo Nanoga that campaign is over. It's time to govern. So may them do their government. All right. Okay, thank you. Precious, if I may ask, what is President Tinubu going to do in Senegal? Was he invited? Will this trip bring down cost of Gary in the markets? Another means to waste Nigeria's money by the administration and his cabinet members. Rex sent in that message from he's the ECOWAS president. And Senegal is an ECOWAS state. Please. He's invited. Kenechuku from Frestac says, how can hoodlums with just cutlass without guns empower 59 passengers? I'm sure that the hoodlums are not up to 59 in their numbers. They should have fought them back.
With cutlass. They
say lazy passengers that they did not fight back.
And then you should have been there now.
And then how come they didn't even have escorts since it's a night trip? All right. So good evening, Precious. The Senegal election should be a good example for Nigeria on the need to allow the wish of the masses to prevail. The president and his entourage going there for inauguration of the people's president is a welcome development, and I hope they will learn something there. May they see the chest of the people they walk abi. On the side, on the said incidents that occurred that concerns passengers traveling to the east, it is very sad and condemnable. I urge our security agencies to swear in to swing into action, and make sure the perpetrators are captured so they will face the consequences of the law. His Royal Highness BC Nwoko sent in that message. An emperor says, Bayo Ononoga is just backing away. That he cannot bite. I'm sure he is referring to what Obi said, that government should use public funds for public schools. That's bad. He said, what's bad there? Precious and Price Darlington. The last time I checked, Nigeria is still topping USA as a country with huge crude oil deposit. But APC government is importing crude from there. Isn't that sickening and awful? As of River State, it's the bad side Mr. Tinubu and Wike planted that is germinating. It will consume those that don't mean well for the people. I love you, Precious. Happy Easter. Emperor, thank you. I love you too. I appreciate you. Thank you. Stephen Akimbisola from Ijego says, all the political parties in Nigeria has no ideology. They are there for their own selfish interest. There is no reason, no visionary leaders, no Guinea again. You said a lot of things. No visionary leaders of this country would join them and veer for public offices. See how P2B was manipulated during the last PDP primaries. If Nigeria wants credible, honest, and visionary leaders, we need to speak in one voice, compelling our legislatures to pass a law for independent candidacy. Why is that not even a thing? Stephen Akimbi said that sentence. That really, why is independent candidacy not a thing? And now this says on the government, on the comment of Bayo Onanuga, I remember his principal saying it's the turn of the Yoruba and some sponsored non-state actors who threatened an ethnic group, including a traditional ruler. So it's surprising when he said Obi played ethnic politics. I should have liked to quote where Obi said that on a campaign ground, unlike his principal, the way he said it, as Stephen from Egbeda sent in that message. Until all level of government, both federal and state and local government, are giving account of their stewardship after their leadership tenure, I don't think Nigeria will work. Look at how our government are calling billions as if they are calling chicken. Wallahi. Chicken change. Have you heard how much Omahi went to use to rehabilitate bridges? Not to build new bridges or to rehabilitate. The same government will say there is no money to provide basic social amenities. They say we will continue to hear all manner of propaganda from this government until they end their 4 years tenure, and then government will start asking Nigerians to give them more 4 years so that they will not perform. Okay, the first 4 years will be to do here. Okay, all right. Happy New Month, people. Thank you so much. Happy New Month to you. Good evening, precious. Bayo Onanuga should bury his face in shame for accusing P2B of wrongdoing. Leo sent in that. He said EFCC going after Yahoo boys, aka ritualists and cannibals, is a welcome development. And then this here says, good evening, precious. Okay, and Ogada Linton, happy Easter to you, Sister Precious. I like you today for giving Ogada Linton chance to talk. Apollinus from his solo saying to them, so you like me today. Some days you need to like me. I'm sorry, I'm not here for you to like me all the days. Precious, help me ask Bayo Onanuga why there was no Oro festival in Lagos this year, because we had 2 in February and March last year to scare Nigerians from coming out to vote. Why? How come the February and March this year we did not have those Oro festivals? Should we talk about how Badebo Road's driver was nicknamed Chinedu to stop him from winning the global polls in Lagos State? Or should we talk about how MC Olomo openly threatened Igbos in Lagos State and say, if you're Igbo, you will not vote? What about the Yoruba local slogan trumpeted by Tinubu himself? I beg, let's leave matter for Matthias.
They are replying about Bayo Onanuga.
That's what he said. He said that there's a message saying that. And then he said, Barrister Darlington, good evening. I can't grease Precious, but he said, but she must read my message. Why is it that when Barrister speaks about the Igbos, you want to remind him it's not about tribe? For a truth, the Bible said, if the wise man come from the east, Dave, I don't have your strength to Jerry. Shebi say I must read your message as your lawful servant. I have read it. Precious, please, if Peter Obi caution him or use if Peter Osifo calls, caution him or you stop him from calling.
No,
you just
we will not do that.
As Judy Kami did today. No. He told him never to call in his program again after insulting his guests. He has not insulted anybody in my show. If he does insult someone here, trust me, I know how to treat those issues.
I've told you, the best thing is to reply him because
I handle issues from experiences and not from hearsays. Precious, please allow Barrister Darlington to speak the truth to Nigerians. Precious, you know everything that is going on in our country, Nigeria. Please allow Barrister Darlington to lecture us in this Nigeria. Good evening, Auntie Precious. Happy Easter and welcome to the new month. You're doing well, my dear sister. God bless you. Glory, thank you. Glory from Ago Palace. You're the only one who. The rest people are just coming for me, okay, he said this says and he said good evening, Precious Darlington, and and Akpabio. He said Precious Akpabio. Okay, he said we should Akpabio said we should make sacrifices as Jesus did, forgetting that Jesus was a leader as he is. We the followers supposed to give that message to him, to make sacrifices like Jesus did. Adako from Egondo sent in that message. And Darlington, my man of the year, Prince from Ilasa. Precious, we should keep on enduring like Jesus, Abi. Okay, Messiah. Precious, away Jesus Christ. Precious, also, please, Akpabio, that is talking, what does he know about endurance? Nigeria should endure the price of inflation, Abi. Why a bag of rice is a suicide mission. The price of cement in the country will cause hypertension to the layman. Precious, common pure water serve is painful to buy, it's pain in the neck. Wow, so we should enjoy all of these things. That's what you're saying. But let me go back to those phone calls again. Hello, good evening. Are you okay now? Can you help us turn off the volume of your radio set? Good evening.
Hello.
Good evening.
Hello,
welcome.
Precious.
Yes, welcome.
Precious, good evening.
Thank you, sir.
Yeah, you have deserted me now.
Where?
Professor Darlington, good evening.
Good evening, welcome.
Darlington, good evening, sir.
Good evening, no. How are you?
Hello?
I'm hearing you.
Precious.
Sir?
I agree to all of you for happy
back.
Easter.
Thank you.
For happy Easter. I don't have anything to say. You have deserted me. He said I should not talk anymore.
Who is speaking?
Yeah. Thank you very much. Thank you for everybody.
Who is speaking?
Doing that letter for me very well.
Hey.
All right, thank you.
Okay.
Thank you so much. I appreciate
what
you.
What did he say that we said?
All right. Hello. Good evening.
Hello. Good evening.
Yes. Good evening. Welcome.
Mr. Darlington, my man of the year. Good evening, sir.
Good evening, no. How you doing?
Now Dayo the speak.
You now call today, Abi.
Good evening, sir.
Good evening. Well done. Happy Easter.
Now Precious, she no one pick my call. I don't know what thing I do for her. Even she know I don't send message going. She no one read downstairs. Anyway,
thank you. Welcome,
Mr. Darlington. It's very unfortunate where these people have brought Nigeria into. We are now a world laughing stock. They have turned this country to a gangster pride. I mean, see where we are now. Look at the north. The north is not, everywhere is not safe in Nigeria now. I mean, look, you can see the recent adoption and every other thing now. I don't know. It's very, very unfortunate. And this particular Senegal election is a slap on Nigeria, on INEC chairman too. As it is now, it will be, I don't know how we will be feeling. I mean, you can see how election was seamless, was transparent. The people went out to rejoice. And that is how we want Nigeria to be. But still, how they have turned Nigeria to everybody is mourning now. We are in a nightmare. Is it not a shame at this time and age? Look at everywhere now. There's no development, no good roads. Education is zero. Everything is. We are in a nightmare. I mean, it's very, very unfortunate, and we have foreseen all of this before the election. That these people, how can you employ somebody into an organization when it does not have a certificate? You cannot come for debate. You cannot come for an interview to be interrogated by a journalist and every other thing. I mean, it's very unfortunate. This is where we are today. And if you call this our organs to come and come for debate, come for interview to be interrogated by a journalist, he will not show up. He will even send maybe by Ononuga and people to come and defend him. It's very unfortunate. That's why I don't know. I'm just Anas or Akpabio. He's saying that people should sacrifice. Have Nigerian people not sacrificed? Have they not sacrificed enough for this government? Since when they came in, they have been living fast, they have been living bogus life, and they will tell you to tighten.
Sorry. It's gone.
So at least you will not call back again. I've allowed you to talk today, Abi. All right. Thank you so much.
Precious.
Sir?
Do you know that United States, there is this State of the Union address that American president does, I think weekly or monthly.
So let's kindly take this call. We'll get back to that. Hello, good evening.
Good evening.
Hi, good evening. Welcome.
This is Mr. Desmond calling from Lagos.
You're welcome. Go ahead. Let's hear you.
Mr. Darlington, good evening.
Good evening.
My state-based argument is what Darlington just said. The North come with 7 states. Some parts of the West come with 6 states. And the East come with 5 states. If we really want peace, and we really love ourselves, we claim as one Nigeria. what stop all these past presidents not giving this people the remaining 2 states and the remaining 1 state to make it an equal for the whole state? If they really preach peace and they really want peace to be in this nation. Because I expect me as a person, I expected Buhari for one person who have tried so hard to be a president for this country. What I expected him to do as a first president when he came into their power is fellow Nigerians, we have come a long way. We need to heal wounds wherever it happens. The East, we have gotten so many states they have already given to the Senate. I hereby choose 2 states to be giving them this and this. You should go there and have it. All the whole veteran soldiers who died, I want them to pay them some amount of money to heal the wounds of this nation. And so doing, Lagos West take 1 state to be the same thing with the North. By so doing, we really realize that we're coming to a place where we really want to be as one Nigerian. The way different they're doing, we have our legislators who go there for so many good years. They never for this, they never fight for this state to be given to them. What is the real problem that they cannot for this state to be equal to another? May God help over this country. Thank you.
Thank you, my brother.
All right, President, you were saying something.
Yes, I said there is this State of the Union address that American presidents always read out to their people. Is that not true? Have you seen any of these our presidents? It was Obasanjo who was doing it. After that, I think he died. How can you lead the people you don't communicate with them? This thing is like a ritual in America. State of the Union address. Compulsory. Is it not true that means that you now pick the brain of your president and hear him and know what his program and all that? Instead of hearing side talk, speculations, rumor and all that, you hear from this president directly from him. Buhari did it once, November 15 in 2015. That was all. That was the end of it. For the past 8 years that he ruled, nothing like that. At least when you come on board like this before the public, journalists
like Jonathan was doing
good.
That, Jonathan did it a few times
Good.
in his administration.
You ask questions. Please, is that not how democracy is run? Is it not government of the people? Precious, why is it that we are doing things upside down and we expect to move forward? Tell me one good thing we are copying from America that we are using today. One good thing. We only went there to go and take presidential system of government. Are we practicing it? Precious, are we practicing it in reality? The answer is no. You can never hear that an American president went into a closed door meeting with the chairman of the Federal Reserve. That is, that day, CNN and all the media houses, they will, in fact, they will black out. That American president is inside the room discussing with the chairman of the Federal Reserve, which is our equivalent of CBN governor. It can never happen. Pressure, it can never happen. Never. But what do we have here? Somebody will tell Emefiele, bring money. And that one will run. You go to Aso Rock. You go in the morning. By evening, they will say, oh no, the money is not enough. Bring another one. In the evening, he will go again. No journalists cover their meeting. Nothing. Until this money came. Did you know what was going on that time? Until Buhari left office, did you know? Precious. In fact, when I tell you that we are behind the human race, these are my reasons. It can never happen anywhere. Seriously. And the man is so proud about it. He's not even bothered. Because nobody will call him to account. If you are afraid of the people's money, you cannot behave like this. But they are so confident. Our presidency is now synonymous with the CBN. Because nobody accounts for anything. Right. They don't behave anyhow.
Hello, good evening.
At the end of the day, you and I will pay for it.
Yeah, good evening, Precious and Maze Darlington. This is Richard from Germany.
You're welcome, Richard. Go ahead.
Yeah. Please, let us be honest with ourselves. There is nowhere anywhere in a country you have, multi ethnicity that you have that is void of ethnic politics. Mm-hmm. As long as Nigeria exists, there shall be ethnic politics. It is that is 100% sure, and we are lying to ourselves. In Germany here, where I live, we have almost 4 million Turkish people. They came after the Second World War. This is almost 3 generations, but you hardly see them in German politics. They can vote, but it's difficult for them to be voted for. In any society, even in Western world, look at how many years it took America to elect a black man. So if you go to England, do you know that even hardly you see a Scottish man becoming a British prime minister?
Yes.
It's very difficult. The problem we have in Africa that we are not bold enough to come out and settle our matters amicably. We want it until we pick up guns or anything against ourselves. That is why people are laughing at us. We are different people. If you're talking about, for example, you're talking about Igbo, Yoruba, Fulani, what of Ibira people? What of Nupe people? Are they not part of Nigeria? Are they not Nigerians? When are they going to be president of Nigeria? Look, this constitution, assume that they really want Nigeria to be one. The presidency should have been rotational, so that we don't have this Yoruba, this Igbo, this Ibira, this Fulani, this. But they don't want to do it. Every 4 years we come around, we abuse ourselves, we go. Another next 4 years we come again, we abuse ourselves. It's going to continue until we sit down and plan it the way Swiss planned it. Every Swiss has almost 6, ethnic, yes, they share it together. The same thing, the same to other places. But Nigeria, 2 ethnic groups want to be, ruling forever and ever, and you expect Nigeria to be peaceful. It's not going to work. Finally, you are talking about ethnic, politics in Nigeria. It started in 1962, Operation Wet Tear. That is where Nigeria started having problem. That year, that Western region, cross-carpeted and everything went bad. So anybody who is coming to tell you that Igbos are playing or P2P played ethnic politics, that person is very dishonest, because we saw what happened. From day one, ethnic politics started from Yoruba land. And it's normal. It's normal when you have a country that is built up with different ethnicities. Let us tell ourselves the truth. This thing will continue unless we get it right by sharing power. Even whether Ikwere, whether Efik, whether Anang, everybody should have taste of that presidency. Otherwise, this thing will continue and will continue and continue. Good night from here. Thank you.
Thank you so much. I appreciate it. You're right. Let's take a quick break.
That's a honest view.
Yeah, we have quite a lot of messages, but unfortunately, we may not be able to do justice to all of them.
Even Ononuga forgot that too. He forgot. He forgot cross carpeting. He forgot where he started. He forgot.
All right, Lagos. Let's take a quick breather. Barrister Darlington, when we come back on our step down conversation, so a mother writes and says that she's failed as a mother because she lets her child that she had outside wedlock into her marriage, and for 3 years she didn't know that her husband has been using diabolical means to sleep with her child. Sleeps with the child, hypnotizes the child, and the child would not say a word. And
the child
in that kind of situation, a girl, of course, what should she do? Because this girl is in her early 20s and almost non-reactive. According to her, it's actually because of the way her daughter is a bit dumb, that she thought to, she became worried about the child welfare, started seeking spiritual intervention, and the revelation was made.
She had been hypnotized.
Yes. So Barrister Darlington, in situations like that, then there's been lots of revelations, on that single post about people who said, because their mothers were remarrying, they took them to their husband's house and the husbands were molesting them. So what should a single mother do? Should she not remarry because of her children, especially because she has girl children? What should that situation be? But Darlington, after the break, just hold your thoughts. Jido begin. Jido your thoughts. After the break, Lagos are coming back. This is the Evening Rush 90.3, Voice of the People. I'm going to be right back.
Listen to hot critical analysis and top trending topics of the day. Join Precious, Monday to Friday, 7 to 9 p.m. on The Evening Rush.
All right, Lagos, you are welcome back. It is still 90.3 Voice of the People FM. So on our step down conversation today, we just thought to take a little break, and then look at this matter concerning this woman. So a particular woman posted on a show how she says that she got married, and her daughter whom she had outside wedlock was not living with her, but after a while, she thought to bring the lady to live with her. She's a girl, and the girl was living with her parents, and then, and the child started living with her. But when she noticed the child was, behaving somehow, because she was 19, 20, in her early 20s, even though she was going to school, and she thought that, no, I don't like the way this child is behaving. She started being curious, and then she took this girl. I wish I can play all, because it's a long narrative, but this is me, long narration. This is me summarizing. And she became worried. So she started seeking for help for the child. Like, why does my child not have friends? Why does she not, socialize? Why is she to herself? Why does she behave like, I'm sorry, but a certain way, like she's a mumu, that kind of thing. So, so she said she's had to seek spiritual intervention. She went to a man of God who told her to, pray and fast for a couple of days. That at the end of her prayer and fasting, that she would have a dream, and when she encounters that dream, she should narrate the dream to her daughter, that dream will reveal to her steps forward. So she said she had a dream, I think something like that. So she narrated the dream to her daughter about, what is your relationship with my husband like, something like that. And the girl started crying, was like, this one that you started seeing me and daddy, daddy, there's something. The girl says that she mentioned that there's something that used to happen to me, but used to happen whether it's a dream or in reality, like an illusion, that he used to sleep with me. But I can't tell whether it's in reality or in a dream. And so she decided to do something. So what she did was that while she was still praying, she decided to I think she told her husband that she has she paid for the child to start living inside the campus, from her school, instead of going from home, because her husband did not want her to be, staying off the house. She wanted her to be at home. So she did that, and she now told her husband after taking the decision, and then also told her husband that she got the girl a boyfriend, and her husband got infuriated and was angry and said, "What dare you bring her back here? Why did you take her?" And she was like, "What's going on?" She said she's trying to be cool because she's still in the house, because she's trying to get evidence against him. In her words, she says she may do away with him because the pain he has caused her, making her child's life useless, is so painful. By the way, she has a set of twins for the man. So bottom line, she narrates the story and then says that the man is angry and all of that, but she's still in the house. That in fact, that after that revelation, that she could not eat for days. She hated food. And then she developed ulcer, she developed hypertension and other illnesses. She said she has other illnesses she cannot disclose, as a result of the findings of what has been happening to her daughter for 3 years under her roof. That was going on for 3 years. And she didn't know. She said she felt stupid as a mother for not noticing, for trusting her husband so much. In fact, her words were that she was busy protecting the child from the lion outside, not knowing that it's the one inside the house that is devouring the child. She felt stupid. She says that she's not going to treat herself from all her illnesses. She wants to suffer till she dies. Okay. I wish I can play her vox pop because it's so lengthy. I don't know where to start from. So she says she wants to keep suffering. She wants to die of the illness because she doesn't deserve to live. So she has failed as a mother. She has failed because her child is suffering because of her. That how could she be so stupid? And all of that. And then there are lots of revelations under that, our conversation about people who's lived with their mother, and when their mother left their father or probably left home and then is remarried, and then the men did all of that, abused them. And the mother, some of them, the mother also chased them away from the house, and of course the other of the said husbands. So in this case, what should a single mother who has daughters do?
I think
that's one option. Then in this woman's case now, because she is saying she's still staying in that marriage so that she can systematically kill the man. Because she cannot let him go. She says, oh, by the way, she mentioned that the man is an alpha. She knows him, that he would wriggle his way out of it. That she wants to conduct judgment by her justice by herself, then she would die. She doesn't care. She does not want to live, but she wants to give justice for the things he's done. And what would be your advice for that woman?
No, that is dangerous. So.
Would the man not even kill her first before she tries to kill him? That's another thing.
They want to even make the girl more miserable.
More miserable, exactly. Because what will happen to the other kids that he has? She said the reason why she was paying attention to ensuring that her child grows and becomes responsible is so that she knows that if the child becomes responsible, the daughter, she would help her out to train her younger ones that she had with this man. But the man has ended up rendering her useless too.
The lady had made the first mistake. She should not make it worse by making another mistakes in trying to kill the man. She should not try that though. If she tired, let her leave that marriage. That is the only option now because of what she's planning.
She should leave there now.
Yeah, she leave the marriage because if she succeeds,
she says if she tries to leave, on what account? Because if she tries to confront the husband, he will be in denial and he'll be guarded.
Let the lady speak for herself. A girl of 20 years plus, she should talk now. Let her come and say this is what is going on. The worst that can happen, maybe they should report the man to the police and all that. Maybe from there the girl will open up instead of taking laws into your hand. I don't believe that. But then, ladies, please, when such a mistake has been made, when the lady has grown up, ladies, they mature quickly. Please.
Barrister Darlington, some 12, 13 years old children are looking like they're matured, but they're not.
You didn't hear me. I said they grow quickly.
Okay.
By the time they see all the features, and men now, not all of them have control. Please return that lady to the man that gave birth to the girl. That is the only option. If the man is not there, take the girl to the parents of the man, or let the girl stay with your own parents. These are options, because if you bring such a lady into your new marriage, that means the man has just married 2 wives, so one has been paid for. All this bugger, pay one, get one free. That's what has happened in that house. He's getting one free while he has married the other one. So let her not make that mistake or say, let me kill. No, the repercussion will be too heavy. That's the truth. So when a thing like that happens, when the child has grown up a bit, return her, especially the girl child, return her to her biological father. That is the only option you have here. Biological father. If you think that by taking her to relations and all that, it will be worse. Precious, as I'm talking to you now, I have such a case in my hand. The mother left the girl in the village and she's staying at Ibadan because she gave birth to them in the father's house. The girl now got pregnant, gave birth to a child, left the child in the village and came to Lagos. And I'm hearing now that the child is pregnant. Can you imagine? How do you solve such a riddle? And you can know women, they have a breaking point. They can't endure for too long, especially young girls. If you dangle 2,000 in their presence, they are good to go. When there is hardship everywhere, even a sanitary pad and other, who buys it for them when there's nobody?
Okay, so Barrister Darlington, let me take calls. So your advice is that
let them take the girl child to the father, the biological father. And if anything now happens, the father will now take responsibility.
All right, okay.
But hello, the other one have no attachment to that girl.
All right, hello, good evening. But is it fair that a mother would even ask her child to leave the house because her new husband is asking that he doesn't want the child?
That's because
is it even fair?
The mother doesn't know what to do. Yes,
why would she not know what to do?
The man is even avoiding this kind of problem, Precious.
Okay.
Yes, the man is avoiding this kind of problem.
All right, it's okay.
Yes.
Good evening, Precious.
Good evening, welcome. Joval.
Yes, good evening.
Good evening.
Barrister Darlington.
Good evening.
How are you, my brother?
I'm very fine. Precious Barrister Darlington is on point.
Okay.
See, even to make it worse, imagine if there's no pregnancy and the girl wants to get married. you have to pay the bride price to the biological father of that girl in order to avoid problems in the future. So there are so many things wrapping up this particular issue. But the best thing for that woman to do is you return the girl to the
biological father.
How about if the biological father is not alive?
There must be somebody in the family.
There must be somebody.
If it's a family that's not been in the life of the child, and what now happens, Barrister Darlington?
They will now become involved in her life.
Precious.
Sir?
Precious, it becomes much more difficult when it has to do with a girl child.
That's it, yes.
Than a boy child.
Yeah.
So that is why she have to return the baby. You see, like Barrister Darlington was saying now, before you know it will become a buy one and take one for free.
Yes.
What do we call it again?
Yeah,
So let's that woman avoid such a thing. That's what I want to say on this step down, my favorite part of the show.
Thank you so much. I appreciate you, Trevor. Hello, good evening. Can you help me turn up the volume of your radio set, please? Hello.
Good evening.
Yes, good evening and welcome.
Good evening.
Please help me turn up the volume of your radio set. We don't have all the time. Please, thank you. Hello? All right, so when you call us, try as much as possible to turn up the volume of your radio set so we can have a clearer conversation, right? Okay, so this message here says, Yusuf from Ijegu, this man in question is not a father, he is a boy. Why won't she disclose the man's details and get him arrested? Because she's afraid of him. She's also sounding very scared.
She says an affair.
And it says, hey, there's something she is not telling us. She is still in a marriage where she is already a failure according to her. Not all men are lions, so because me, I'm not. Kenechuku, thank you for not being one here.
She wants to. Right. She said she's there because she wants to seek revenge.
Seek revenge, exactly. Hello, good evening to you.
Evening. This is from London. Good evening, ladies, and good evening, Mr. Darlington.
Good evening.
I'm really enjoying your program. I really understand. It's unfortunate the way Nigeria ended to be. At the age of going to over 60 to 70 years, we are still referring back to the civil war. The Igbo is this. The best thing is for Nigeria to...
Sir, I'm sorry. We're on the part of the show called The Step Down, and we're done talking about Nigeria matter. I'm so sorry. Please. We're done talking about Nigeria matter. So this message says, Precious, you refuse to pick my call. Can you tell Bayo to leave Obi alone? We don't leave Obi and by yourself. We have washed our hands off them like Pontius Pilate. We're not doing anything with them again. Hello, good evening.
Hello, good evening.
Yes, good evening and welcome.
My name is Fred. I'm calling from Sherry Oshun.
You're welcome. Go ahead.
And based on what you have said about that man, my advice to that woman is she just quit that marriage immediately, peacefully.
She should forget anything revenge, Abi.
And go away. Leave that man alone. Leave everything for God. That is just the way out. You should not quarrel. You should not do anything. Just leave the man. You must not marry in the rest of your life. So just leave that man. I wonder what some men are. I don't know what is wrong with some men. So that's what I have for that woman. You should just quit immediately. Leave that man alone. So it's a killer. Thank you.
Thank you so much. I appreciate you.
That is before the girl will get pregnant.
Thank you. All right.
Because that would be worse.
All right. Okay. Wow. Quite a number of reactions. So, Barrister Darlington, I wish we had time. If I played the woman's voice, you would almost cry. Like she feels betrayed, and she says that part of the hypnosis also affected her, and that's why she could not find out for a whole 3 years. Hello. Good evening. Hello, are you there? Good evening.
Good evening to you. Good evening, Lady President.
Yes, welcome, sir. What's your name and where are you calling from?
Yeah, good evening to Mr. Darlington. And this is my happy Easter Monday.
Thank you. I wish you same too.
Yes.
Okay. My name is Mr. Oscar. I'm calling from Badagry.
Okay.
Welcome.
Yes. You see, what Mr. Darlington said is really on point. I can advise in this manner. The death should be returned to the biological father, because I see that some Nigerian, some of them these days they are very stubborn, if I may use that word. When you get that baby, and because you have some mindset, you are angry, you want to close the baby to be only you. And you are not the only one that perform the act.
when an incident like this come up, you return the baby to the biological father so that those, if he doesn't have a father, he must have a family. That family will take care of the death. Then you continue with whatever you are doing. Try to kill the man or try to kill yourself. That will not be option. That's the cheaper admission. And leaving the man is not even another option. Return the one you have bought before, so the people that own them, so that they will pay for the debt. It's their responsibility.
All right. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you so much. I appreciate you. Thank you so much. All right.
That woman needs counseling.
She's almost losing her mind.
Yeah,
she's almost losing her mind.
Counseling before she would do a lot of damage to herself.
She's almost losing her mind. Okay. All right then. All right, so let me see if I can run through some more messages. I have quite a number of them. Or perhaps I just go straight and visit Kudo's home before I come. Well, this is high precious. The woman in question should bury her head in shame. Is dying or killing herself and the man the solution? The best is to get the girl out of the family and quit the marriage. Comrade Tosin Williams sent in that message. All right, thank you so much. All right, so I have my brother from Kudo's home in the house. Brother Kudos, welcome.
Yeah, good evening, everyone.
Good evening and welcome.
Yeah, my name is Victor from Kudos Homes Limited, and I'm here to bring you good news from Kudos Homes Limited.
All right, Victor, you're welcome.
Before I dive into bringing you the good news that we have from Kudos Homes Limited, I would like to wish my Christian brothers and sisters out there a happy Easter. Now, Kudos Homes Limited is a fast-rising real estate company that is located here in Lagos, Nigeria, and we have properties all over Nigeria. We have in the east and we also have here in Lagos State. So I will run through the properties that we have in Lagos State, and I will also let you know about the amazing offer that we are offering you this season, this period. So the properties that we have in Lagos State, I will start with the one that we have in Omuketu Ekpe. Now the name of that estate is called Kudos Heritage. Kudos Heritage is located at Omuketu Ekpe and is very close to the Dangote refinery and also close to the proposed international airport. And it's also close to the Lagos Film City, the one that the Lagos State government is building. And it's currently